Absolutely. We are expecting more rain. That's bad news for everybody up north. And for us, by the time it gets here, well, we're dealing with it, but it's just not going to be as strong of a storm system. Just a weak front passing through. As we head into tomorrow, dry for tonight. Long Beach showing you, well, a little bit of cloud cover out there. Clear conditions and cool conditions as well. We're currently into the 50s for the most part, 54 right here at the Broadcast Center in Studio City. So getting a big picture right here of radar. I want to show you exactly what's going on to our north, and then we'll show you what's going to be going on right here at home. Over the weekend here, you'll see plenty of rain sitting over Northern California, making its way into the Bay Area, and eventually making its way into our forecast. By the time it gets here, should be around tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow evening. Shouldn't be anything huge. Again, really the weakest of all the systems we've seen all week. Again, just a weak boundary passing through here. And with that, we'll see a few showers into the afternoon hours and possibly into the evening hours. So here's the drill. Your weather headline showing you mostly dry for tonight. A chance of a shower or two as we head to tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow evening. Again, nothing heavy, but we are in for that chance of rain. By Sunday, we're warming up. We're drying out. A ridge of high pressure building over the area on Sunday, and that should keep into next week. In fact, we're warming up a bit on Sunday, but the real warm-up hits a little later next week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we're getting up into the 70s and 80s. And I will tell you, close to next weekend, around Thursday and Friday, looks like we're getting into the upper 80s into those inland spots. So flirting with 90-degree weather. Finally, it's going to feel like Southern California again. Kind of miss that feeling, that summer feeling or spring-like feeling again. It is spring. Haven't felt it yet, but we'll feel it soon. Back to you. A lot of warm weather actually on the way, so more than we're really going to know what to do with once we get there, since we're just not used to it anymore around these parts. But until then, we're looking at a cool weekend, at least the first part of it, and another chance of rain this weekend as well. So getting a look this evening, overlooking looks like Century City right there. Is this our Hollywood cam? Yep. Is that right? Oh, it's Saddle Peak. This is our Saddle Peak camera. All right, so there we go. Got confirmation. Just wanted to make sure for you guys. We are dealing with, again, cool night, a little cloudy, and dealing with that chance of rain. Not quite yet, but it's still lingering just to our north. Eventually, it's going to make its way into our forecast, but this is really the weakest of all the storm systems we've been dealing with pretty much all week long. So radar showing you pretty dry conditions at the moment. A little bit of cloud cover out there, but for the most part, it's sort of the calm before the next storm. And the next storm really not that impressive compared to what we've been dealing with all week and last weekend as well. So taking you through Futurecast this evening, you'll see right here into the overnight hours, still dealing with dry conditions, maybe a drop or two in the morning, but for the most part, we are keeping the morning hours dry. And in the afternoon, we're still dry, but later in the afternoon, you'll see that rain working its way into the forecast. And by about 11 o'clock or so, 11:45 tomorrow night, we're dealing with a widespread chance of showers. Nothing heavy. You'll see right here on Futurecast, just green indicating light rain. And that's all that we're seeing into the overnight hours on Sunday. First thing Sunday morning, maybe a few leftover drops. And by 7 a.m., we're pretty dry. Most of the rain already moving southward at this point. And by Sunday afternoon, completely dry. We're warming it up, and we're actually looking at a little more sunshine in the forecast. By the time we head into Sunday, by the time we head into Monday and Tuesday, Wednesday even, we're warming it up. The valleys in the Inland Empire are getting into the mid-70s, the 80s, mid-80s by Wednesday. And I will tell you, models showing an even warmer forecast by the time we get to Thursday and Friday of next week. We're talking upper 80s, 88, 89 degrees, almost 90 degrees. The high desert dealing with a little bit of a warm up itself. You'll see 59 degrees tomorrow. Look how much warmer it's going to be next week. 75. By the time we hit Wednesday, we are looking at a partly cloudy forecast. Through the weekend, more sunshine by Monday, and the beaches, well, chance of afternoon rain tomorrow, drying out by Sunday, partly cloudy Monday, and then by Tuesday and by Wednesday, plenty of sunshine, a warmer forecast, even getting up to the 70s by the coast on Wednesday. By Thursday and Friday, mid-70s, so beach weather by next week, and pool weather, as Rob mentioned earlier. Upper 80s, I'd hit the pool.
Yeah.
You can't wait to
And we'll take that.
And getting a look outside right now. Expecting a chance of rain this weekend. We'll have the details in your 5-day forecast coming up.
Keep on coming.
They
Evelyn's
keep
here now.
on coming.
Yeah, and I tell you what, we need a break after this. We could use some dry
Exactly.
weather just to soak it up. Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, this is the last one, finally, at least for now. So
All right.
Rick asked earlier, he said, for the year? I said, I'm sorry, probably not for
Maybe
the
another
year.
round.
But, but for the week at least. So this is going to be the last one. And it's not going to be anything too major. This is the smallest of all the storm systems that we've seen come through here. So, of course, last Sunday was the big one. And then we had a couple more. And this is the third of the week. And again, pretty minor. Most of that rain sitting to our our north right now, and you can really gauge how nice it is outside by taking a look at the Santa Monica Pier this evening. This is my weather gauge at night. You'll see right here, depending on how many people are out and about, that's how you can really tell how nice it is. And of course, it's a Friday night, so you're going to have a few more people out there, but people are braving it out there, meaning, yes, it's dry and it's cool, but it's not too cool. We're into the 50s for the most part this evening. So getting a look at radar, and this is what we've been talking about, that rain that's just sitting to our north right now, gradually making its way into our forecast, and by the time it does, shouldn't be anything too major, probably taking place the second half of yesterday. So radar showing you just that. Take a look. A little bit of snow, a little bit of rain as well. And as we head into the next few hours, we are keeping things dry right now. Again, just a little cloud cover out there for you, and temperatures into the 50s, as we mentioned earlier. 53 in downtown Alhambra, 48, Commerce at 52, Downey at 53 degrees, and over to Orange County, you're going to see temperatures into the 50s, 54 in Westminster, Huntington at 55, and Irvine at 54 degrees. So Futurecast showing you, well, mostly dry conditions tonight, mostly dry conditions first thing tomorrow morning, maybe a drop or two, but for the most part, we're bracing for the rain by 10 o'clock tomorrow. Most of that rain still sitting north of Point Conception, and it's eventually going to be working its way down into our forecast. You'll see by 1 o'clock, getting a little closer, hitting the south coast in Santa Barbara, and by tomorrow night, around 11 o'clock, 11:45, pretty much everyone in for a chance of rain. So probably shouldn't wash out your Saturday night plans. Bring an umbrella if you plan on being outside. But again, nothing major in the way of rain tomorrow, but we are expecting wet conditions into the overnight hours as well. First thing Sunday morning, we're pretty much dry. We're in the clear, and by Sunday afternoon, ridge of high pressure starting to build into the area, and all that means, well, warmer conditions and drier conditions, and you'll see that in your 5-day forecast right here. Warming it up a little bit on Sunday, but take a look by Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Nothing but sunshine. Temperatures into the mid-70s, even the 80s, the mid-80s by Wednesday. And I will tell you, can't see it on the 5-day forecast here, but by Thursday and Friday, we could be talking upper 80s, 88, 89, no 90s yet, but getting close. Back to you.
Now we're talking.